They'll throw with May. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He'll get it inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Another big gain or two in succession as this one goes for 32.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Ah, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow it down as this game goes on. Because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's May. Now he's going to step up and run. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyler Warren, his second touchdown on the season. And the Black Knights are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a first down. Stafford. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down.
32.
Look at this defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Third down at 6.
Ready.
In motion left goes Smith. To the air again, Stafford. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Stafford now to throw. Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7-7, our score after 1. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Here's Stafford. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Stafford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run it out of the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing is Stafford. Now he'll tuck this and run. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And his guys have taken the lead. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. It's complete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation. Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Cooks on the quick slant. They'll leave 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw. May. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and throw for it with May. He'll try to do it himself. He gets it to Thomas. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Now it's Stafford. This one caught over the middle. It's Oliver, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And this offense on third down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing here is May. Pressure comes and down he goes. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. To throw, it's May. Now he's going to step up and run. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. 4th down. Here's May. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Crazy.
To the air, May. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On play action, May. There again is Cooks, complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. A first carry for Rachaad White. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Rachaad White, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Black Knights are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. With his slim deficit closing in on the... Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Zay Flowers as the first half is winding down. And the Black Knights will extend their lead here just before halftime. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for two. May going to try to throw for it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That's caught. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and can be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
This is caught inside the 15. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The final shot before the break. Stafford looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it can be tipped up and picked off.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play. They're getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick 6.
Yeah, he's trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Touchdown! J.K. Dobbins, 60 yards. And the Black Knights are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And finally, he's out of bounds, but not before a great return. He's all the way inside the 30.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Here's Stafford. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Devontae Smith from 21 yards away. And the Aviators are able to cut into that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And he stopped immediately there. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll throw with May. He'll try and do this himself. But looking deep here for Flowers. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for the touchdown. Zay Flowers with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Black Knights are able to widen their advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he finally goes out of bounds, so he couldn't take it the distance, but all the way inside the 15. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Stafford now to throw. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill from 8 yards out. And the Aviators are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now Stafford will come up, try to get his guys a 2-point conversion. They'll try to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Here's May. He gets it to Cooks. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
1st down, here's White. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Off the play fake. Here's May. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Past the 20. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Keep it rolling, man. Keep it rolling. They can't stop us. Keep on.
Here's White. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Crazy.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Watch out. I hear you, son. Crazy. Hey, what's up? Hey, 5.
Looking to throw, May. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Brandon Cooks taking it in. And the Black Knights are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Butker on for the PAT. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense. You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll go out the middle with White. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Opting to run again here with White. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Here comes Dobbins on the toss right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Black Knights are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. And he'll go out of bounds all the way down inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Hey. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. 115 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2nd down and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. This 2nd and 4. Dobbins trying the left side. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Brooklyn, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.